There's something deeply painful about watching someone you once admired fade away. And yes, I'm talking about Kanyaman, that young man who, with effort, discipline, and charisma, conquered first Turkey and then Europe, now seems unrecognizable. He hasn't just changed on the outside, but also on the inside, in his values, in how he lives. For years, we saw him as a role model, a passionate actor, a serious professional, someone who proudly represented what a young Turk could achieve abroad. But lately, the signs are alarming. What some call personal choices are in truth signs of a concerning downfall. His bond with Sarah marked a turning point. We won't mention her anymore, because her role was clear, a trap disguised as freedom. But what hurts most is that Khan willingly stepped into that trap, risking his image, his career, and the love of millions. Night outings, alcohol, questionable company. Where is the man who helped children in villages, who met with young people in schools, who spoke about respect and commitment? Today, we see him dancing aimlessly on social media, surrounded by luxury and superficiality. And that hurts. His current circle, including figures like Susanna Parisi and Roberto, is not helping him. They're pushing him toward a caricature of himself, far from the artist we once admired. Meanwhile, those who truly love him remain silent, perhaps out of sadness, perhaps out of helplessness. The Sandakan project could have been his comeback, a chance to return in a big way. But his personal mistakes overshadowed the dream. Instead of shining through his talent, he became the subject of romantic scandals. What serious director would take a chance on him now? The truth is, no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. But Kanyaman was presented for years as a symbol of excellence, of love for family, of true dedication. What happened to that man? Where did he go? Today, many fans feel betrayed. Some still defend him online, but true supporters don't celebrate a collapse. They mourn. They reflect. And if they can, they try to open his eyes. Khan must understand that freedom isn't found in lust, that respect can't be bought with fame, and that true love is lived in silence, not through scandals. If he doesn't wake up, what awaits him is loneliness, regret, and the definitive end of his career. But there's still a way out. He needs to step away from everything. From Sarah, from Roberto, from the noise and the lies. He must return to his mother, his father. Look inward, because only he can save himself. Maybe, just maybe, the real Kanyaman is still there, hidden. But applause, cameras, or magazine covers won't bring him back. Only honesty and a sincere desire to change can. And if that day comes, believe me, we'll be here ready to applaud him again. But for now, only silence remains. I often wonder how Demet Özdemir managed to endure so many storms, so much judgment and media pressure that, while turning her into a star, also tried to crush her soul. Because if one word defines Demet today, it's resilience. Not the strength of shouting, but the strength of staying quiet and moving forward with dignity. While others lose their way, she chose silence as a shield. She hasn't responded with scandals, hasn't chased tabloid covers, nor played the game of provocation. Instead, she has shown something rare today: consistency. Her public image isn't a mask. What we see, that mix of sweetness and determination, is real. And in a world where many act offset too, that is worth more than 1,000 contracts. Some expected her to fall, especially now that her former partner, Can Yaman, is going through a critical phase. But Demet didn't take advantage. She didn't throw hints, didn't seek revenge. That speaks volumes about her character, about her ability to close cycles without destroying the other. That attitude, far from weakening her, made her stronger in the eyes of those who truly observe. Comments from fans online are clear. They miss her,
admire her, respect her, not because of a soap opera romance, but because of the woman she has become. While others surround themselves with flatterers who only chase fame, Demet has protected her space and stood by her authenticity. She's chosen projects wisely, avoided sensationalism, and focused on growing as an actress and a person. I'm not saying she's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, but she's never lost her center. She's never betrayed her values or let herself be dragged somewhere she doesn't belong. That loyalty to herself is what sets her apart. What impresses me most is that even in the hardest moments, she held her head high. When criticized, when compared, when they hoped to see her collapse, she chose another path: hard work, respect, and discretion. That's not weakness, that's emotional intelligence. Because while some scream about love online and destroy it with their actions, Demet speaks through her deeds. Every professional step, every genuine gesture toward her audience, every quiet decision that leads her toward peace, that's maturity. That's what so many fail to understand. Now more than ever, I believe Demet represents a generation of women who don't need external validation to feel worthy, who don't beg for love, who don't chase after anyone. Women who understand that love starts with oneself. And anyone who doesn't understand that doesn't deserve to stay. Maybe that's why she bothers some people, because they can't control her, because she doesn't perform to please the crowd, but to stay true to herself. In a world where it's easy to sell out, she chose to protect her soul. And that, even if it's hard, is what truly leaves a mark. So no, Demet doesn't need to shout to be heard. Her silence, her elegance, her strength in the storm say it all. And even if many want to see her as the ex, the one left behind, the truth is this: she's the one who moved forward without losing herself, the one who didn't fall into the ego trap, the one who inspires more women than most will ever realize. Demet isn't perfect, but she's real. And in these times, that's an act of true courage.